You lie there at night, staring at the ceiling, and your mind just won't quit. One worry about tomorrow's meeting rolls into fears about the economy. Then what if the kids are struggling more than you know, and before long, it's a full-blown cyclone in your head that no amount of tossing and turning can calm? You've tried counting sheep, listing gratitudes, even getting up to make tea. But the thoughts keep circling back, louder each time, leaving you exhausted before the sun even rises. We all know the standard playbook for this kind of relentless worry, and parts of it aren't wrong. They're just not enough on their own. Journal your fears to get them out. Try that breathing app everyone raves about, or power through with a to-do list that makes you feel productive for a few hours. Exercise helps release endorphins. Talking to a trusted friend can lighten the load. And sometimes a change of scenery does wonders for perspective. These things acknowledge the storm and offer real relief. But too often, the cycle restarts because they don't address the deeper guard your heart is crying out for. Imagine if there was a way to hand over that cyclone to someone who could actually stand guard over your mind, turning anxiety into something that protects rather than destroys. That's exactly what Paul writes in Philippians 4:6-7. Do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your requests to God. And the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus. Paul wasn't dictating from a cozy armchair. He penned these words from a Roman prison cell, chains rattling, execution looming. Yet, his mind stayed steady. For first-century believers, anxious meant divided loyalties, torn between Rome's threats and God's promises, much like our divided attention between news feeds and faith today. Let's lean into the language here, because it reveals layers that hit home. The Greek for anxious is merimnao, evoking care that's fractured, pulled apart like a rope fraying under tension. Your worries doing exactly that to your peace. Prayer and petition aren't vague. Desis is urgent entreaty, like begging for your life, paired with Eucharistia, thanksgiving that flips the script from lack to abundance. And that peace? Irene isn't mere calm. It's wholeness, the kind that garrisons your heart like soldiers at a city gate. Historically, Philippi was a Roman colony, military outpost. Paul borrows fortress imagery for fragile human minds under siege. God's peace doesn't just soothe, it stands sentinel, incomprehensible to logic because it's divine. Paul lived it, beaten, shipwrecked, imprisoned, yet unbreakable joy. Now translate this to your daily grind, where worry feels custom-tailored to your life. That knot over finances tightening again? Don't suppress, present it specifically. God, this debt is crushing. Show the way out, and thank you for the job that covers groceries today. Relationship strain. Keeping you up? Petition boldly, then thank for past faithfulness. Make it a rhythm. Morning coffee prayer, evening wind down thanks. Science nods along, gratitude journaling shrinks amygdala activity, but Paul's promise goes supernatural. Peace guards beyond understanding, shielding heart and mind in Christ. Try it this week. 3 worries voiced, 3 thanks given. Watch the cyclone yield to garrison. Grace wraps it all. God doesn't demand anxiety-free living before He helps. He invites your mess right into prayer. No perfection prerequisite. Your endless worries don't disqualify you. They qualify you for the peace that transcends, because Christ's garrison is for the weary, not the worryless. No shame in the cycle, Just step into the guard he's offering freely. Take this for your week. Pray it out with thanks, and peace will stand guard. Word count 952.